Well, is the governor still nursing a grudge against Ananthmurty? Sources have told News9 that the governor has opposed Ananthmurty's nomination for the MLC post, even though 5 MLC posts are still vacant. The governor has told the chief minister not to provide any opportunity to Ananthmurty to get the MLC post. Earlier, the governor had questioned Ananthmurty's authority to question him over the appointment of the vice chancellor of Davangere University. Well, there we have it. The bitter and strained relationship between Ananthmurty and the governor, they're coming out in the open. Sources have told News9 that the governor has stiffly opposed the candidature of Ananthmurty for an MLC post. My colleague Akshita joins us for more on this. Well, Akshita, what more can you tell us?
Well, Nishita, this is, of course, just the icing on the cake, if we would have it like that, because we've seen these arguments break out in the past. We've seen the governor going ahead and slamming Ananthmurty, Ananthmurty also retaliating in the past. So definitely there is a lot of bad blood between these two. They haven't been in the best of terms in the past as well. And this particular news, which of course hasn't been confirmed, about the governor actually opposing Ananthmurty's nomination for the MLC post, definitely seems almost as if the governor is just not willing to forgive Ananthmurty. Now, the reason they have been having a tussle of sorts is basically over the appointment of the vice chancellor of the Davangere University. It is understood that a committee headed by Ananthmurty were the ones who suggested the names who would in fact be perfect for that particular post. And now it is said that they mentioned 3 names, and those were of Dr. Janardhan and then Dr. Gomati Devi as well as Dr. B.B. Kaliwal. Now, it is understood that Ananthmurty as well as Chief Minister Siddaramaiah were gunning for Gomati Devi, considering her credentials, considering that she had all of the qualifications for the same. However, the governor went ahead and chose another person, chose Dr. Kaliwal, who was, of course, the 3rd recommendation by the committee. Now, this did not go down too well with Ananthmurty, who voiced it as well, who went on to state that he wasn't too happy with the decision. He even went on to state that he regretted the governor's attitude, but that at the end of the day, he was the governor and that there wasn't much that Ananthmurty could do if, in fact, the governor has decided as such. And this seems to have also angered the governor. He went on to comment, asking who is Ananthmurty, to question his authority, and also took a rather personal jibe where he went on to state, and I quote, "He is a sick person. Can I speak against a man who is on dialysis?" And he said that I cannot argue with a sick person. I had gone to see him at his house as a symbol of his sympathy. So it clearly seemed like H.R. Bharadwaj was very frustrated by the fact that somebody went on to question his decision, and he voiced as much, went on to take a rather personal dig at Ananthmurty. Now, this led to quite a bit of anger on the streets itself, Anishta. While Ananthmurty did not really comment on the same, he refused to comment, saying he is my governor. We saw several authors and the likes taking to the streets and going ahead and protesting against the same. But now it looks like the governor, still nursing that particular grudge, is refusing to allow Ananthmurty into the government, has in fact once again rejected him for the MLC post, Nishita.
Right, Akshita, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, there we have it. The governor now opposing Ananthmurty's nomination for an MLC post with a vengeance, despite the fact that 5 posts are empty.